Hi, it's Sara Banta. I am so excited for you to watch this about the Ascent Diet Cleanse. I have perfected it. Every month it gets better. I've tuned it in so that it will be easier. You're going to see results finally. Those stubborn extra pounds, the reversal of inflammation, the reversal of the pain. The testimonials that I get that I love are the ones that say, I did this for weight loss, but I can't believe the things that I didn't even know I had that are clearing up. This is going to detox the toxins out of your body, rebuild your digestive and immune system, improve the fat burning, help maintain the muscle as you're losing weight and actually losing the dangerous weight around the belly, the visceral fat, the liver fat. It will improve your mental and physical energy, help fight disease in the body, and so much more. And I love your feedback. So make sure you give me that feedback. And that's why it's so important to join Telegram, join the group for the month. We use the Telegram app for our daily check-ins. I post articles and videos. I'm in there answering your questions. If you've got a question, I'm sure someone else has that same question. So don't be shy. And also, TMI is not a thing. We talk about pooping. We talk about all these things that are natural bodily functions. And the more questions you ask, the more everybody learns. So what to expect from the cleanse? Don't be overwhelmed. Everyone's starting at their own pace, their own place. And we will walk through all the cleanse steps in the Telegram group chat. This is a learning process. And wherever you are going to be steps or even miles ahead in 30 days. Now, don't compare yourself to anyone else in the group. Don't compare yourself to me. This journey that I've been on, it's been like 15 years. So I have had to make a lot of mistakes, waste a lot of money on a lot of supplements that don't work. And I've perfected it with supplements that do. So that is the goal. We are switching the body's fuel systems. It's like switching from gasoline in a Suburban to the electricity of a Tesla. So there will be an adjustment period, but most of you are going to feel a big shift within the day 1 or 2. And what the goal is to stabilize your blood sugar, because remember, the 2 things that are causing your chronic disease are insulin resistance and toxicity. And unfortunately, we're in a new world with the spike protein that is in all of us. And that spike protein has disrupted insulin. It's disrupted our hormones, our fertility, our brain, all of our organs, the way we digest fat and protein. A lot of people are having issues with that. So there's all of these new things that are going on that most health coaches are not addressing. And that's why you might see results with me when you have not seen results before. So take it as it comes. Do not get overwhelmed, and just follow as much as you can step by step. And you want to be patient with your body. Your body is making these adjustments. So the Ascent Diet Cleanse, we're going to go through all of the supplements. And the first one is the game changer for every single person in your family. You all need to be on the acceleradine iodine. Why is this important? It's not only is iodine antiviral and antifungal, but it's antibacterial, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, and antioxidant. It helps with allergies, histamines, mucus in the body, hydrates the body without water even, produces energy, and performs apoptosis. That's a word that you're going to get familiar with. Apoptosis is the natural disease or death of traumatized and unhealthy cells, including cancer cells. This is the premise of a rapid wound healing as well as disease reversal. It's also the most important element for your thyroid and your metabolism. And in the last 2 years, with the spike protein wreaking havoc, I would say most people are running around with hypothyroidism and a suboptimal metabolism. If you're gaining weight that's unexplained, that might be part of the issue. So the iodine is going to help increase metabolism, improve thyroid health, but it's also increasing or detoxing all 100 trillion cells in the body. And this is the only element that can do so. And iodine deficiency is also the #1 predictor of depression. So it's going to wake up the pineal gland, detox the pineal gland of the halogens, of the fluoride, the chlorine, the bromide, that it has been calcified in our brain and all of our cells. If our cells are deficient in iodine, we take in these toxins, these excess estrogens from the environment, from our food, from the GMOs, and those toxins then fill those receptor sites and cause disease, inflammation, and cancers. Our breast tissues have 4 times the amount of iodine receptors as our thyroid. And we always think of iodine with our thyroid. So all 100 trillion cells in the body get fed the iodine, and that is why it's so important. You start out with 3 drops in water 3 times a day, and you increase by 1 drop per dose per day until you get to 25 drops 3 times a day. I know that's a lot, but we are under severe threat with toxicity in our environment in this decade. And if you can't get yourself to do it 3 times a day, divide your dose by 2 times a day, but you really want to do it twice a day. You do it on an empty stomach, 15 minutes away from other supplements and food. This is the only one that is really particular with staying away from other supplements and food. I wake up, I go straight to my iodine, I do my dose, I sleepwalk to it, and then I go make my coffee or tea or whatever I'm going to do, and then I come back and I do the rest of my supplements. It is also important to assimilating key minerals such as calcium, silica, and other minerals like B12 and D. It removes those toxins, the fluoride, chlorine, and bromide. And most people feel this awakening, this detoxification, not only in their body, but their mental health, their spiritual health. They start getting rid of the toxic relationships in their life. So that is #1. This is a supplement that your pregnant family members, your babies, your elderly should all be on, because there are so many health benefits. Then we have the accelerated scalar silver. This is the supplement that started my business. It is the supplement that got my son, who was 9 years old at the time, with a diagnosis of leukemia, healthy within a year. This is also the supplement that I swear by, that in the last 2 years, all 5 of us have been tested positive and no one has had any symptoms. It boosts the immune system. It helps devitalize all of those foreign pathogens, including bacteria, viruses, candida, fungus, all other known pathogens in the body. You cannot overdose it. You'll notice that the accelerated silver and the acceleradine are in all of my cleanses, and there's a reason. They support the immune system, boost it up, but detox gently, and you feel great as you're doing it. You feel an improvement in your circulation. People who don't want to change their diet, the elderly, the babies, the kids, they can take these two supplements very easily with results. You want to take 2 to 3 teaspoons. I don't really measure it. I just take a sip, keep it in your mouth, swish it around for a minute, and then swallow. You can do it 4 to 7 times a day, depending on if you're wanting to just maintain your health, prevent disease, or if you actually have been exposed to something. You can put it in your ear for ear infections, in your eye for eye infections, acne, rashes as well. For lung support, asthma, bronchitis, pneumonia, chest colds, you can nebulize it 1 to 2 tablespoons at a time, non-diluted. And you can do that 3 to 5 times a day without dilution, like I said. That reminds me, you can also do the acceleridine in a nebulizer, but you do dilute the acceleridine. You want to do about 3 to 6 drops per 1 to 2 tablespoons of distilled or regular water for the acceleridine. Next, you've got the accelerated keto. So you can take the accelerated silver, accelerated keto, the accelerated thyroid, and your electrolytes all together. So the accelerated keto, this is the game changer. So most of you, 90% of the American people, have insulin resistance, pre-diabetics, or diabetes type 2. The accelerated keto is going to start reversing that insulin resistance. It has a synergistic effect with the rest of the Ascent Diet Cleanse supplements to heal the body even faster than with just the accelerated keto and a low-carb diet. It puts your body into ketosis and fat burning mode within 30 minutes. So why is this important? It helps control your appetite, because a lot of times your appetite is out of control because your blood sugar is going up and down. And that insulin resistance is causing your body not to use the glucose or the food that you've just taken in and registering it. So we are controlling that blood sugar, stabilizing it, and you're going to get this stable dose of mental and physical energy. It's going to start teaching your body to utilize its fat stores for energy, and you're not going to need that outside sources of fuel to fuel the body. And as your body's in that state, it's concentrating on cleaning out the bad cells, reducing inflammation needed for brain energy and physical energy. And where the accelerated keto is different, and here it is, it's got other multiple herbal cofactor ingredients in the formula to increase ATP. And that ATP is true cellular energy. It's able to do that by 5 times. Now, we're increasing our ATP production with the accelerated keto by 5 times, right? Well, with the acceleridine, you're increasing it by 18 times. So you do the math. Just from those 2 supplements, you're increasing your ATP production, increasing your physical and mental energy significantly. Go back to math class and you do the math. Then you add in the low carb diet because you're not craving anything. You're able to intermittent fast. You're able to take these supplements, have great energy in the morning, have your morning coffee, your morning tea, whatever it is. Go do your workout, go do your morning walk, go do your meditation, and not go right to having breakfast. So you want to take advantage of the accelerated keto in your system and the ketones, and you're going to start intermittent fast as long as you can. When you do get hungry, and the important part is to really clue into your hunger signals, you want to break your fast with a clean wild animal protein. And we're going to get into the diet in a little bit. But when you do that, you're actually continuing that state of ketosis. You're actually increasing this bump of glucagon to insulin ratio, which means your fat burning has increased. So when you break your fast with just pure protein, then that fat burning increases. But before you break that fast, your body's snacking on its own fat stores. So even if you don't have very much body fat, your body's got plenty of fat to snack on and stay in that state of ketosis. So you can take 3 to 4 pills in the morning, and you take it with your silver. You can take it with your electrolytes, but you can also take it with your accelerated thyroid. You might be sitting there going, Sarah, I don't have a thyroid issue. Unfortunately, most doctors are testing just TSH, which is a pituitary hormone. It's not even a thyroid hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormone. It stimulates the thyroid to tell the thyroid to make T4, which is inactive. T4 stands for tyrosine and 4 molecules of iodine. That's why we need our iodine. But that does you no good unless it's converted to T3. T, tyrosine, and 3 molecules of iodine. Where does that happen? Mostly in our liver. That's why we're going to be doing a liver flush this month. And so that's why it's also important to have the iodine. But the accelerated thyroid goes after to heal the thyroid, supports the thyroid with natural herbal remedy, Conchinara, which I've been taking for years and years. And you combine that with the glandular that most people need nowadays. And this formula increases metabolism and fat burning, increases physical and mental health, prevents fatty liver, which most of you have, accelerates wound healing inside and outside the body, strengthens connective tissue and bones, provides immune support in addition to what the iodine and the silver are doing, and it elevates your mood. Most people say, I'm just so happy when I'm on my thyroid medication, accelerated thyroid, because most people that are on antidepressants or anti-anxiety medication are actually needing thyroid support, and the doctors are not addressing this. So once they start boosting their thyroid health, they're not in need of the ADHD, the antidepressants or anti-anxiety medication. So it helps elevate mood, strengthens digestion. It's essential for B12 production. It also, like all of the accelerated products, the accelerated silver, the accelerated keto, the acceleradine, and now the accelerated thyroid, have been bioengineerically enhanced with our scalar proprietary field technology to embed specific healing patterns into it. So the scalar frequencies for the accelerated thyroid include frequencies to enhance the general health of the thyroid, to neutralize the toxins found in the thyroid, like chlorine, fluorine, mercury, and other metals. Also neutralize the radiation and the nuclear fallout. So what you want to do is you want to take 3 to 4 capsules in the morning with your accelerated keto and your accelerated thyroid or accelerated silver. The accelerated keto is enhanced with scalar frequencies to help with fat burning and increase your level of ketosis, and also cleansing the body. The accelerated silver is boosted with scalar frequencies to boost the immune system, to go after certain viruses, and just help with your thymus health. So all of the accelerated products are enhanced with scalar frequencies. This is like no other company. We do this, we take this extra step, and it really enhances the power of the supplements, the healing of the body. And this is where you reduce your toxicity, reduce the insulin resistance, and as a result, you're going to start reverse aging, reverse the inflammation in your body. Okay, so then next, you've got the accelerated cellular detox powder. This, as some people call it, is the superhero for gut health. Accelerated cellular detox powder will soak up the toxins you're releasing through the cleanse and just from the daily cleanse, and I should say all of the years of buildup that you've had. So the silver, the keto, the acceleradine are all detoxing your body, and the accelerated cellular detox powder is soaking up all those toxins and taking them out of your colon very gently. And it's also a great formula for people not even doing the cleanse, that are just soaking up those food poisonings, the elements in your foods that you shouldn't have been eating. Helps soak up alcohol, helps soak up all of those things that your body has consumed and you want to get out. It's also enhanced with scalar frequencies to detox the body from the insecticides and the heavy metals that we are being bombarded with as well. So how much do you need? I say try to start with 1 to 3 teaspoons at night. See how your body does. A lot of people love taking a tablespoon every day. Some people just need 1 teaspoon every night. You can put it in juice or water before bed. I like mixing a little bit of apple cider vinegar, maybe a tiny bit of the stevia in water over ice, using it with a straw to drink it. It tastes like apple juice without the sugar. You can also use a little lemon to cut the taste. Doesn't taste bad, doesn't taste good, just tastes like dirt. I add ice, use a straw. You can use monk fruit, honey, xylitol, stevia. I'm not a big fan of sweeteners, but if you're using them at a very little amount, it'll be fine. Take at least 1 hour away from any prescription drug that you're taking. And why is that important? Because those prescription drugs are seen as poisons, and the detox powder's job is to soak up any poisons in your body. So this is the powder. And this is something that a lot of people really enjoy staying on indefinitely. You don't have to be doing a cleanse to be doing the powder. Next is the importance of electrolytes. So why? We have these things called sodium potassium pumps in our body, inside and outside our cells. If you've listened to some of my podcasts, I've mentioned the fact that my son, at the age of 15, athlete, his heart was stopping. Literally stopping, and he would pound his chest to get it going again. Why was this happening? He was low on his electrolytes. He was training 3 to 4 hours a day, and it was obviously affecting his heart. That's not what you want to see as a mom, but it truly was God's way of showing me the importance of electrolytes for all of you. We are all deficient in magnesium and electrolytes. So really important, especially as you're eating a low carb diet, to be supplementing. Your options in the Ascent Diet Cleanse are Quintessential 0.9, and this contains up to 78 bioavailable ionic minerals to replenish the cells, and it has the same composition as your blood plasma. So you take it in and your body says, oh, I recognize this. I love this. This feels good. It helps hydrate the cells properly, and it helps hydrate the cells in an intracellular hydration. You hear me talk to Heather Hineker at Ascent Adaptation about the in-body scan that measures intracellular versus extracellular hydration. Intracellular is inside the cell. Extracellular is that inflammation, the water retention, the water we don't want in our body. So the Quintessential will help intracellular hydration. It contains that same mineral balance as your blood plasma. You take 1 to 6 of these little packets a day. They just come in these little pouches, and you go straight into your mouth. Tastes like seawater. You swish it around your mouth and just swallow. And kids love it. Not a big deal to take. So take 1 to 6 a day. Keep it in your mouth for a little bit, and then you want to do it at least 30 minutes before meals on an empty stomach, ideally. Okay. The next option for electrolytes is the wild lights. I take both of these because I love to work out, I sweat, I do sauna, and we are all deficient. So I do both. This is a combination of 3 ingredients, and it goes beyond the scope of any electrolyte formula to target the effects of daily stress, inflammation, adrenal fatigue. Our adrenals, when they get burned out, they use up a lot of salt. They need salt for support, right? So that's where you want the more of the wild lights or quintessential, but it's got Himalayan sea salt, cilantro, and watermelon. And unlike many electrolyte formulas, nothing in this formula will downregulate your phase 1 liver detoxification, and we're going to get into that, or block the sulfation pathways for oxalate metabolism. You're going to hear me talk a lot about sulfur and oxalates. These are in foods that we have thought are healthy that are actually backing up our liver, causing unexplained weight gain, and we don't know why, right? We're eating all of these sulfur-based foods or oxalate foods, and they are causing liver backup and excess estrogens to back up, and our bodies to gain that weight and cause brain fog, all of these issues. Well, wild lights has no ingredients that do that, and that is rare. Most electrolyte formulas do. So in addition to the wild lights and the quintessential, you are also going to see that you have a little sample of the accelerated ancient salt. Now, this also comes in the large jar, which I recommend because you're going to taste this salt and you're going to absolutely love it. You use it on your food, you put it on your tongue when you're nauseous. You can also put it on your tongue if you're intermittent fasting and want to fast a little longer. It will actually suppress your appetite. It actually can lower your blood sugar. It has a strongly negative charge to this, and it helps pull out the positively charged toxins, parasites, and undigested fats. So a lot of people are noticing that they're getting nauseous when they're eating high-fat diets and they can't do a ketogenic diet. Well, I'm not into a high-fat ketogenic diet anyway, but the spike protein is backing up our liver and our gallbladder, and that's where we're having a hard time eating or breaking down these fats. The salt can help break down those fats before you do your liver flush. It's made from pure, raw, unbleached, unheated, unrefined ancient seabed and sea salt. So unlike any other salt, it has all of nature's natural minerals in it, over 62 minerals. It's the way nature intended, right? So it's not going to make you bloated like restaurant salt or processed food salts. It's going to actually hydrate, that intracellular hydration or intracellular water in the salts. So it helps with appetite control, alleviates nausea when you put it on your tongue. You can also take a detox bath with it, add 1 tablespoon of it to the bath, and then put 1 cup of dead sea salt from Amazon, something cheap. It also can reduce blood sugar and help with your cravings. The wires cross in your brain. When you think you're craving sugar, you're actually craving salt. So always put it on your tongue or in your drinks and see if that takes away your cravings before you reach for the Ben and Jerry's and the other sugars and sweets. So it's really important to be using the salt daily. It also comes in a 4-ounce jar if you don't want to buy the big jar. Okay, you're also going to get Laxacomfort. This is to get you pooping. It will make you poop more consistently. You need to be pooping 2 to 3 times a day. We need to get the excess estrogens out, all the toxins that you're detoxing from. If you don't and you are constipated, those just get reabsorbed and it's not doing any good. So if you're not used to having 2 to 3 bowel movements a day, it might seem like a lot. You don't want to necessarily have diarrhea, but you want to be having those movements. If you're having movements without the laxa comfort, you don't need it. A lot of people just need it during travel or during the full moon and the new moon when people sometimes get more constipated. But you can take 1 to 3 pills with your detox powder at night. You want to take it just at night, and then typically you will have some bowel movements in the morning, and that's the point. Now, if it's too strong for you, the other option is to use the OxyClear. This is a type of magnesium that helps with bowel movements. It's meant for the liver flush on the last day, but some people like taking that because it's a little more gentle, taking 1 or 2 pills of that instead of the Laxa Comfort. So you're going to be taking these supplements for 2 weeks. These supplements are good to be taking for the rest of your life. I take them on a daily basis. Why? Because I want to live as long as I can with quality life, not just quantity, but quality. I'm into reverse aging, and all of these supplements working synergistically are increasing that ATP significantly and reducing inflammation, reducing that insulin resistance and toxicity. And unless we get rid of the toxic world that we're in, we are going to be needing extra help through supplements to be getting those toxins out of our body. And just these supplements without the liver flush are detoxing our body on a daily basis. That accelerated keto is defatting our liver. It's breaking down those fats into unsaturated fats that is easier for the body to burn. And it's putting your mood into a higher state, clearing your brain. You're going to feel better. The brain cobwebs go away, and there's so many benefits. Most people feel amazing on all of these supplements, and they don't stop. So take these supplements, and then you're going to continue as you are doing the liver flush supplements. You're going to continue with everything that we talked about. So when you're ready, and that's as soon as 2 weeks, you're going to add in the liver flush supplements. And I go into that in the liver flush video, but just quickly, what you're going to be doing is adding in the Liverol Forte and the malic acid 3 times a day, 4 of these, 2 of these, and you're going to be doing that 3 times a day. And then you're going to continue with the accelerated detox powder. On the last day, I will go through that in the video, but you set yourself up with just a day that you're going to have to be by the toilet, and you're going to actually see all of these amazing liver and gallstones flush out of your body and into the toilet. And I've updated that schedule so it's much easier and people do it without discomfort and with much more success. So a couple things I want to talk about is with the cleanse, you are also going to see in the guide a sample day and what it looks like. And like I said, the iodine needs to be taken 15 minutes away from everything. So take your iodine 3 times a day, increasing that dose from 3 drops 3 times a day to 25 drops 3 times a day. So 75 drops total. And that amount is an amount that you need to be staying on indefinitely, unfortunately, until this toxic world goes away. And then you're going to wait that 15 minutes. Then you're going to take your accelerated keto, accelerated thyroid, silver together. And you can do that no problem. Then you're going to be waiting until you're hungry. Anytime during the day, you can be doing your electrolytes. You can put them in your drinks, the Wild Lights, or Olaloa is also another option. It's not part of the cleanse, but you can also supplement with that. The quintessential can be done any time of day. Helps with sleep, helps with energy for your workout. your accelerated salt. All of these can be done anytime. They help with hydration. They help with suppressing your appetite, help with blood sugar. They are amazing. So what not to eat? Sugars, high fructose corn syrup, grain cereal, granolas, potatoes, juice, rice, pasta, bread, the fake sweeteners. Limit stevia, monk fruit, and xylitol. The other ones stay away from, and even stevia, monk fruit, and xylitol can back up your liver. So I was taking in way too much stevia, and my body was getting inflamed, did not know what was going on. Within 24 hours of cutting the stevia out of my diet, all of the inflammation went away. So if you are not seeing a change, and you're someone that does these fake sweeteners, that's something to look at. Cut out the desserts, cut out the oils that are like canola oil, peanut oil, soybean oil, all of the vegetable oils. Check the ingredients. Processed keto snack foods with fake sugars and vegetables. I'd rather you have a whole potato than these low carb ketogenic processed foods. You don't know what's in them. That's called dirty keto. We want to stick to whole foods. We need to get away from the grains, the cereals, and sugars, because they're going to deplete the body of the B vitamins and vitamin D, which are essential for that true cellular energy, in addition to making you more hungry. So they're not just not giving you nutrients, they're stealing the nutrients out of you, causing leaky gut. They're full of lectins, sulfur, and oxalates, which we're going to get into. And we want to also avoid GMO foods. They're covered with toxins that wreak havoc on your gut, causing the malabsorption of the nutrients and diminishing your hormones. So really try to stick to organic foods. So what do you want to eat? Meats. Organic wild meats, wild fish, organic wild meats like bison. It's just like beef, elk, deer, lamb, eggs, wild salmon, Arctic char, trout, bison sausage. I give you websites to look at that provide these meats. I've converted 2 vegans in the last 2 weeks to be eating bison and wild meats, and both of them have lost weight, feel better, brain energy, losing the belly fat, and they admit that they are definitely functioning physically and mentally so much better. So my favorite websites are northstarbison.com, buyranchdirect.com, but there's so many out there that are ranch to buyer. So they're cutting out the middleman. They're not very expensive. Get the ground meat if you're trying to save costs. They've got ground lamb, ground bison. They've got bison jerky, salamis, bratwurst, hot dogs, all from these wild meats. You can get your ribeyes, rack of lamb, whatever is your cut that you like. And my kids eat this meat. I love it. You will not feel deprived, because those are the foods that are giving you the most nutrients. Our vegetables today have no nutrients left because the soils are so depleted. So you're getting your nutrients from these wild animal proteins. Proteins like chicken, turkey, pork, conventional beef are full of amyloid proteins. Those amyloid proteins get lodged in your brain and cause Alzheimer's and dementia. They back up the liver. They cause gut pathogens to wreak havoc in your gut. They cause all of these things to happen in your body that no one's talking about. No other health coach is talking about this. This is a game changer for people. Wild animal protein, and we will get into this more. Vegetables. Zucchini, spaghetti squash, bell peppers, asparagus, artichokes, romaine lettuce, butter lettuce, celery, cucumbers, eggplants. All of those seem to be good for most people. A lot of the vegetables that you're eating are tripping up your detox pathways. The ketogenic vegetables like cauliflower, cabbage, bok choy, broccoli, and some of the kale, spinach, Those have sulfur or oxalates. They are backing up your body, causing unexplained weight gain. And we will get into that more. That is all covered in the food guide. So download the food guide and really study it. Take it to the market with you. Order online with it, and it will make things a lot easier. The fats that you want to focus on are normally just the fats that come with the wild animal protein. That's the healthiest fat. You can also use organic olive oil, coconut oil, butter, ghee, avocado oil, but really I like to snack on my own fat stores and use the fats from the wild animal protein. I do not dump a ton of oils and butter on my food, because if your body's burning those fats, it's not tapping into your own fat stores. And most of you are wanting to get rid of that unexplained weight gain. Fruits are natural, great, but they're dessert. So stick to the low sugar fruits and make sure you're counting them as your carbs. I love papaya, peaches, plums, grapefruit. Those are good choices. Pili nuts and macadamia nuts are fine, but I'm not a huge fan of nuts because you can consume a lot very quickly, and that's a lot of calories where a lot of people are wanting to, do that, have weight loss goals. So the nuts seem to actually inhibit your weight loss. So only 10 to 14 at a time, easy to overeat. So not if you're having a weight loss goal. Cucumbers and celery are a great snack with salts. And there's some other snack ideas and recipe ideas that I put through or put on the food guide. So really important to focus on that wild animal protein. Remember, you're going to intermittent fast as long as you can. If you can't, that's a sign that you have severe insulin resistance, but that's okay. We'll get there soon. Just break your fast with wild animal protein or some sort of protein and no carbs. And then stick to the carbs later at your last meal of the day. That way you're getting this long stretch of being in ketosis from the accelerated keto, and you've got this huge energy from the accelerated thyroid, accelerated keto combination. Okay, so we also are going to look for that great improvement in your mental health. A lot of people are suffering from anxiety and depression, from this low dopamine state that I'm seeing from the amyloid proteins, from the degradation of the food supply, from a lack of movement. You're not moving as much. We need to start moving, but you're going to start feeling more energy and start seeing a difference where you'll actually want to move. So remember to join the Telegram group. I do my weekly podcast Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific time live and Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific live. I teach you on a daily basis through Telegram. So join, watch the videos, and ask your questions. We went through all of the supplements. They're designed to work synergistically together, incorporating the diet. You might think, I can't do this diet. You actually will be shocked at how good your body starts to feel day 1 and 2, where you think, okay, I can do this. And maybe I don't need 3 cups of coffee. Maybe I just need 1. So some supplements that you might want to add in. If you don't, totally fine. Don't want to overwhelm you. But if you're in a position where you're like, okay, I want more, I want to reverse aging, you've got My Vital C. This is carbon 60. This is not vitamin C. This is 172 times more powerful than vitamin C. It helps reverse age and extend life by double. And it also has been shown to stop the cytokine storm in certain viruses. The benefits that we're seeing with this, with hair, skin, longevity is amazing. People notice that they're sleeping better just within a couple of days as well. The newest is the Cogniblast. This has been a game changer for people that don't want to do anything else that I've said, but it helps reverse the ADHD, anxiety, depression. It also is getting you focused attention within 30 minutes. So if you have a project a podcast, a test to do. Take this 3 or 30 minutes before one of those, but on a daily basis, you can take it with your accelerated keto and your accelerated thyroid, and it will take your brain to a whole new level on a daily basis, but it also is preventing Alzheimer's and dementia. I have both genes for Alzheimer's, so you better believe I'm taking that on every morning. And nuke no more. So this is also the only supplement that I know of that actually zeroes you out of non-ionizing and ionizing radiation from jet fuel or the jet stream, from flying, from x-rays, from smartphones, from computers, from the smart meters. Very easy to take, tastes like water. This, you take 12 drops in the morning once only, immediately with your iodine. This is the only supplement that you take with the iodine. I recommend taking this for 2 bottles straight. So you finish 2 bottles daily, and then you can do a maintenance dose of just 4 days a week, 12 drops a day. If you fly or you have exposure to x-rays, then you want to do it daily for 2 weeks, and then you can go back to the maintenance dose. We also can add in the patches, and I will go into that. These are stem cell activation patches that reverse age, reset your genes to a younger state, over 4,000 genes in the body, and help with hair and wound healing and inflammation, sleep, stress, energy, so many other things. So some of you want to just start with a couple supplements at a time to see how they affect you and then add things in. Some of you are all in all at once and want to know all of the things you can be doing. So though I wanted to mention those, you can also add in liquid biocell collagen and some other things. We will go through all of that through the coaching. Make sure you are active in the Telegram group. That's where you're going to learn. The more you put in, the more you get out, and the more you teach me on what you need to know. So that is really important. Make sure you are looking to that free printable out food guide and the instructions over and over again to remind yourself of why you're doing what you're doing, and really enjoy this process. This is a chance for you to switch your shift. I see a huge shift physically, mentally, and spiritually. And I'm super excited to see the change in you. I love your feedback. I want to know what's not working for you. And I, of course, want to hear what is working for you. So I hope that helps. And we will see you in the group chat. Also, share this video to your friends and family that need to make that shift themselves, watching this video to see what they can look forward to might be the game changer in their health. And like I said, 90% of you, 90% have insulin resistance or prediabetes, 90%. And that is what is causing all of the metabolic chronic diseases in our society right now. And we are all being bombarded by toxicity, insulin resistance. Those are the 2 things driving accelerated aging. So we need to attack those 2 things, and this cleanse does that. All right, we'll see you in the next video and in the Telegram chat.